What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Ask Mevo Anything. My name is Will Kirkpatrick, and I'm a Senior Technical Specialist here at Mevo, and I am here to answer any and all of your questions about the Mevo, about live streaming using a Mevo, anything Mevo related. Just ask away in chat. I can see everybody. Fred, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. More fun, but at least ate a lot of food. All right, so while everybody kind of takes their time to join, let's go over. We have shows that are twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesdays we do Ask Mevo Anything. Thursdays we do Mevo Live. Both shows we try and answer all of your questions as quickly as possible. And we try and do kind of more of a deep dive on Thursdays. So if you have questions, it's great to jump in on Tuesdays especially. And if you want to kind of learn more about something sort of specific, then Thursdays are a good show to watch. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you miss any of the shows, you can always catch them later on video on demand on any of these streaming destinations. We also always want to talk about our referral program because so many people tell us that they get asked all the time about the Mevo that they're using to stream, whether it's at a sporting event, a house of worship service. We're seeing more and more live music concerts coming back. And so we have this great referral program where you can save somebody that you're referring to purchase on Mevo.com. You can save them 5%, and you can earn 5% commission on that referral. So it's a good way to get somebody else involved in Mevo, get them a great little discount, and make a little money for yourself as well. And what's really cool about this is that you can make a really custom referral code. So it can be, the name of your sports team, your YouTube channel, whatever it is. Just really customize it to be all your own. And Rashawn, Maurice, welcome. It's interesting how we are starting to get more and more people move from Facebook to YouTube. This is like something I'm very happy to see because this is something we talk about how Facebook kind of crushes the resolution. It limits it to 720. And so we're always kind of disappointed when we have to stream to Facebook because it's just not that max quality that you can get from the other streaming destinations. So it's good to see that people are starting to move over. If you are watching on Facebook now, feel free to stay on Facebook. It's certainly fine at 7. I do recommend switching over to YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, cool. All right, I will jump into questions in just a sec. Just so you know, if you're new to the show is all about us answering all of your Mevo-related questions, but we also try and do stuff like giveaway. Part of that giveaway, all you have to do is participate in chat, which is a great deal. So all you have to do is have questions, chat with other users, and just basically add to the broadcast, and you get a chance to win a free Mevo start. So it's a good reason to chat there. All right. So Antonio, right out of the gate, says, I'm using OBS on a Windows 10 PC to stream our online church service. We are considering upgrading our cameras to the Mevo Start 3-pack. Are there any compatibility issues in doing this? So if you want to continue using OBS on your computer, you can definitely do that by connecting the 3 Mevo Starts via wired webcam or NDI. But with the Mevo Start 3-pack, you also have the opportunity to use the Multicam app, which is what I'm using right now, and I actually prefer. I love OBS a lot, and we get to do some really cool things on Thursdays where we get to kind of max out the power of the Mevo using programs like OBS, Streamlabs, OBS. We've done Livestream Studio. We haven't done much Wirecast, but other things like that. So both options are really good. It really depends on what you want to add to your stream, and if you want to continue using that Windows 10 PC, or you want to switch over to the app. So either way, you can do both options, whatever works best for you. Let's see. Are you going to... We definitely have a referral program where you can have whatever it is, your channel name or your game handle, anything like that. So you do have that option, and we also have a partner program, which we talked about, I think, a couple of shows ago, and hopefully we can get somebody to put that link in chat again. So if you do want to apply for that partnership program, it's something that our marketing team reviews, and they certainly get lots and lots of requests, so it may take a little bit of time, but there is that option. Marie says, my Mevo camera fell and I don't see anything wrong with it from the outside. Is there anything I can check to see if anything is wrong with it from the inside? So, first off, I'm very sorry to hear that your Mevo fell. That's never good. But I'm glad that it seems all right. If it turns on and it can connect in the app, you're pretty good to go. I don't think that you're gonna have a broken motherboard or chipset or anything like that, and have it still run. So basically, if it's still running, still connecting, you can still stream and record, you should be good to go. Let's see. DJ Fuzz, what is up? Fred says, are there any PoE adapters I can get instead of the PoE adapter? Yes. So we actually have a help article on help.mevo.com where you can find tons and tons of help articles, as well as tips and tricks and different kinds of shortcuts with the Meevos. And yes, using a PoE with the Mevo, you can use the Mevo PoE, and you can also use, I think we have 3 or 4 other options as well that are third party and maybe a little bit cheaper in price. So lots of available options. Let's see. Peter says, I was going to ask about that. Our resolution is pretty low on YouTube. Is it likely more a product of our wireless connection or an internal setting we can change? So resolution is set in the Mevo app. Obviously, if you're doing the Mevo 2.0 app or the Multicam app, you can set your stream resolution. If you're using the Multicam app, you'll want to first make sure that your camera input resolution is set to the highest that your network is capable of. And you will have kind of limitations if you don't have a strong wireless connection, upload speed. You will have issues with like pixelation and lag and things like that if you're streaming at a higher resolution. Let's see. Tyrone says, after recording, nothing is on my SD card when I plug it into my computer. I formatted the SD cards. So I'm not sure, are you recording with the Mevo 2.0 app or the Multicam app? If you're recording with the Multicam app, you could very well have done record to device, where it will record on your phone or tablet. In terms of recording with the Mevo 2.0 app, you want to make sure that you have the SD card icon selected before you start recording. And it always helps, and I recommend this, and sometimes people have difficulty with this because they are recording multiple things in a row. But if possible, always try and record the SD or format the SD card right beforehand. It never hurts. Let's see. DJ Fez says, how do I stream in a different resolution than the one I'm recording in? So it depends on which app you're using. With the Multicam app, you can set your camera input resolution to be 1080p, and then you can set the record resolution on that second record page. And then you can set your stream resolution on the live page. In the Mevo 2.0 app, and you have to have Amiibo Start to do this, by the way. You can't do this with Amiibo First Gen or Mevo Plus. But you can set your recording resolution in the settings of the Mevo 2.0 app. Let's see. Rashawn, are you still back ordered? We were thinking about this item on the boat while fishing. That sounds really cool. I don't see a lot of fishing streams, and so you would definitely be on the end of very original and unique doing that. So that's always good. In terms of being back ordered, I don't believe so. Let's see. I can check real quick on Meevo.com. Yeah, it looks like we are good to go. You can go ahead and order one right now. And it is all kinds of sirens in Brooklyn today. Okay. Antonio, my pleasure. I'm really glad that we have this live show to like answer these questions in person. If you want to have a, I love that I said in person, even though it's a live stream, but this is the closest I come to in person. But if you want to answer, or if you want to ask us any questions, you can always send us a ticket on help.mevo.com. But yeah, we do these live shows so we can answer as many questions in rapid fire that we can, because there's certainly a lot going on, and we get to kind of dive into it more, which is great as well. Do you plan on making a 4K or higher version? We don't have plans right now, but that would certainly be very cool to have a nice super high resolution Mevo. The problem is once you start getting into higher and higher resolutions, first off, it requires more bandwidth. Then they just don't have the bandwidth for it. So 4K is obviously a lot harder on your connection. You also have to have destinations that support 4K or higher. I think YouTube is the only one that supports higher than 4K. And then it starts to drain battery more and requires more storage space. There are a lot of limitations. Let's see. Fred the Hippo says, how you doing, Fred? I need an Ethernet and power to charge my Mevo in one adapter. So I obviously have to recommend the Mevo PoE. It is a really, really great device, and it's really nice that it has both the PoE option for the Ethernet as well as a USB-C port, which is really, really useful and something that I don't see very often in PoE adapters. And I have one on the ground, actually. But yeah, there are lots of options. It depends really on your budget, but and I guess where you live. Charlie says, if I submit a ticket from inside the 2.0 app during a live stream with the SD log files, will it interrupt or stop my live stream? That's a great question. I don't think that it will. Yeah, you should be able to send one from the 2.0 app, I think even if you're in hotspot mode. But it would probably be best to send it after your live stream ends, just to be safe. But yeah, you should be fine. Let's see. Anthony says, it would be awesome if we could add other Mevo to the Mevo Multicam setup. My church need to work with 4 cameras. I see. So you want to add more than the 3 cameras that are allowed. Yeah, it's definitely something that I push all the time and something that we are very much looking into because everybody wants it. Unfortunately, right now, you can only do the 3 cameras. But that being said, I've actually been seeing a lot of sports broadcast people that are doing 3 Meevos, but they have that 4th ready, and so they switch cameras and then drop one Mevo and add the other Mevo, and then they switch back to that. So that's kind of the great thing about the Multicam app, is you can totally multitask your entire production. You can have, one camera active while you're switching audio sources. You can keep one audio source while switching the cameras, and you can drop and pick up cameras really quickly. But that being said, it's definitely something I would love to see, is being able to do more than that 3 Mevo limit. Fred says, I got an adapter and it works with the Ethernet but not charging. Is there a specific adapter that I can get that has both? I checked the help article, but I was still confused for what I should get. Yeah, so in the help article, there are 2 sections. At the top, it will show, I think, just regular adapters. And then towards the bottom, it shows power over Ethernet adapters. So it has to be a PoE enabled adapter, and you also have to have a PoE enabled switch. Unfortunately, switches aren't too expensive. It depends on which one you get. I think we have Netgear switches that are pretty good, but it also depends on how many ports you need and stuff like that. But it has to be a PoE switch and PoE adapter. Let's see. Antonio says, can the Mevo app be used on Android-based tablets? Absolutely. You can do iOS and Android phones and tablets. For some reason, not for some reason, for a good reason, Android has a lot of benefits where you can kind of do multitasking on Android better than iOS. But again, it really depends on your budget and your comfort level. If you're used to using iOS tablets, it may be better to do iOS. If you're used to use Android, there's definitely that nice benefit of being able to kind of multitask a little bit better. Let's see. Peter says, one of my Mevo starts died. The support staff was great. Got a replacement within 2 weeks. Awesome. Which, given the current state of shipping in North America, is a modern-day miracle. It's great news that it was replaced so quickly. I am very sorry to hear that your Mevo Start died. Sometimes these things happen, but it is very unfortunate. Thanks for reaching out to us, and I'm glad we could get that fixed real quick. Let's see. I just ordered 2 more Mevo Starts during the sale. Nice. Good job taking advantage of that. Did everybody else see that sale, and did anybody else pick one up? Let's see. We'll start playing with the Multicam app soon. Awesome. If you have any questions, shoot us a ticket or join on the next show and ask us live. Is Mevo planning to do anything for the military, discount related? So we don't have any Mevo or military discounts at this time. I don't know if that's something that we'll offer in the future, but maybe. Stay tuned. Mario says, hi, I have a first generation Mevo camera, but the Mevo app, when I made a slow zoom, the preview looks Folker. I don't know that word, I'm afraid. So you'll have to give me maybe a synonym of that. Yeah. Let's see. I can't do 4K on my Mac, and cameras only have a 10 megabyte upload. No 4K needed here. Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. It's hard to do 4K on every end. So it's certainly nice to think about, I want an 8K camera. But when you think about the kind of things that you can do with an 8K camera, it's very, very little. So, yeah. I'm glad that we have 1080 for the start, because I don't see a lot of people using 4K. Let's see. What is the battery life on the Meevo Start? The battery life is 6 hours. So you have a good deal of time. And if you need longer time, you can always plug the Meevo Start into a USB battery pack for extra time on the go. Will there be a sale anytime soon for the PoE adapter? I need 3, but the price is restricting me. I don't know if there's going to be a sale anytime soon for the PoE, but hopefully we'll have some more holiday sales in the near future, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. On your next live stream, would it be possible to do a demo of a Mevo camera working on OBS with a Windows 10 PC? Yeah. Joe, actually, every Thursday show that Joe is on, he is using OBS with his Windows 10 PC. So yeah, you can see a lot of streams with the Windows 10 PC. You can also see a lot of the streams that we've done in the past using OBS on Windows 10. So if you check out the YouTube channel, you can see a ton that are using that kind of setup. But I can definitely make a point to do that as well in the future. I'm using Windows 11, but it's no different. Let's see. Jason, what's up? Dude, I was just watching one of your videos, like, I think an hour ago. Had a question on my channel today. Will face follow be implemented in Multicam? That's a great question. It's something that we are definitely looking at. We're looking at trying to migrate pretty much all of the features from the 2.0 app to Multicam. Maybe not every single one, but definitely as many of them as possible. So yeah, hopefully we'll see that in the near future. But yeah, right now, sadly not available. Let's see. Mario, hey, what's up? When I do a slow zoom, the preview looks shaked or flicker. Looks shaky or flickering. I'm not sure. Are you talking about in the Mevo 2.0 app or in the Multicam app? Something that I have noticed with the Multicam app, crop and zoom, is sometimes, and this might have been corrected actually, but sometimes on slower networks, if you do a slow pan and zoom and quit out of the crop and zoom function, it will be a little bit jittery, I guess would be the word. But it's typically something that is part of the network. It's just having a little bit of a slower connection. Let's see. DJ Fuzz says, I can't seem to find where to delete videos in the Multicam app. I end up using Mevo 2.0. Yeah, so right now there is no video library, unfortunately, in the Multicam app, so you do have to use the Mevo 2.0 app. This is also something that we're definitely looking at because we do want to be able to access that video footage. We see a lot more people using record to device on the Multicam app, which obviously avoids the need of using SD cards at all. But unfortunately, you just can't grab the video library directly in the Multicam app right now. Honestly, though, I see a lot of people that try and use the feature where you're downloading the videos onto your phones or tablets using the Mevo 2.0 app. And even if you have really, really good Wi-Fi, it's still going to be kind of a slow process. It's like maybe like if it takes 5 minutes to download a large video from the Mevo 2.0 app to your phone, it will take maybe 20 seconds if you just plug it into your computer. So I always recommend people just take out the SD card. If possible, I know some people have it mounted on the ceiling and they can't reach it very easily. But if you can take the SD card out, it will be so much easier and so much faster. Okay. I've used the Mevo Start with Windows 10 and Mac with Ecamm and OBS, mostly connected by NDI, but not because why not NDI for the win? Yeah, I agree. NDI is fantastic. It's like one of the Mevo Start's best features by far. I use NDI all the time. A nice little hack for NDI that I do recommend. If you have multiple computers, you can split NDI. So you can connect NDI, your one Mevo with NDI, like to multiple computers. Now, the more you split it, the harder it'll be on the network and the more likely you'll have for pixelation and stuff like that. But if you have something like a really good microphone, for example, like my little Blue here, which is a Blue baby bottle, by the way, it's amazing. So if you have a great mic like this, you can connect this one mic to your one computer that has Zoom on it, your other computer that has Discord on it, and maybe a third computer that uses OBS. And you can have your video or your audio, or both, split between all of them at once. So that's a really, really cool way of using NDI. And if you do NDI over Ethernet, you have an even better connection. And then if you use HEVC, then it's even less bandwidth. So it's really nice. All right. Are there any updates coming to Multicam in the next week? We haven't gotten one in a while. There is one coming. I don't know if it's next week. Let's see. It's definitely very soon. But yeah, there's definitely an update coming. Let's see. And as soon as I can talk about it, I promise I will. Which program have you found to be the best to stream with using a laptop? Want to move away from the iPad Multicam app streaming to get more features? Streamlabs OBS is great. Original OBS is really good. It really depends on your budget. Obviously, those are really nice because they're free. Ecamm is good. Wirecast is, of course, excellent. And then, obviously, Livestream Studio is very good as well, but a little bit on the pricey side. Let's see. Honestly, though, Streamlabs OBS and OBS are probably your best bet. In the future, will it be able to save a session with the multicam settings in the Mevo 2.0 app? I'm not sure what you mean. What settings would you want to save with multicam for the Mevo 2.0 app? Let me know. I've done that with 3 computers to come into one, and OBS with NDI. Yeah, right? It's really cool. I'm a huge fan of that feature because I have this one microphone that's hardwired to just one Mevo, but I have, different productions and setups and whatnot on different computers, so it's very useful. Fred says, what does HEVC do? Does it lower the quality? No, actually, which is pretty amazing. So you'll notice in the Mevo 2.0 app, you can actually go into the settings, and when you're toggling on NDI, before you toggle NDI on, you can set, obviously, your resolution and your bit rate, but you can also set HEVC. And so if you're using HEVC, it cuts the bandwidth down in half, which is huge. Obviously, it really benefits your network, and this allows you to do higher resolution with the same amount of bandwidth that you would need for lower resolution. So you can actually have really high quality streams using HEVC, but using less bandwidth. So I recommend HEVC 99.9% of the time. There's that 0.01% of the time where somebody wants to use it with an application that doesn't support HEVC, or streaming to a destination that doesn't support HEVC, but it's very, very, very little that actually happens. HEVC is almost completely supported. Okay. Charlie says, if I mount my Mevo to the ceiling so that it is physically inverted, is there a setup that I need to flip the video back accordingly? I asked because I just held it upside down and it did not autocorrect. Yeah, so there is a setting if you go into image adjustments, and you can just set the flip to on or off. So it's easiest to just kind of manually do that flip. There is an auto setting, but if you're going into the setting and selecting auto, it's just as easy to select on or off. Fred the Hippo says, what are the features that may be coming to Multicam? Fred is always interested in the new upcoming features. And I feel you. Honestly, if I wasn't a part of Mevo and Logitech, I would probably be asking the live stream host about all the features every time. So I feel you, man. I feel you. Lots of cool stuff happening in the future. I promise you that. Let's see. I heard mention of wireless webcam before. In what circumstances would one use this? So, let's see. Obviously, wireless webcam is very similar to NDI. It is much easier to use than NDI and set up. And another nice thing about wireless webcam over NDI is wireless webcam makes it so you're basically supported in more applications. Some applications have difficulty supporting NDI as an option. Sometimes they have it blocked completely. In addition, there are more issues that you'll run into with NDI on M1 computers than you will with wireless webcam. So it really depends on your needs. I would say another big thing is options. So wireless webcam is really great for that as well. And sometimes having both is really nice. You can only have one of the NDI virtual input applications open at a time, which is frustrating if you want to connect more than one Mevo. So you could have one Mevo connected via wireless webcam and another using NDI. So really depends. But another thing that's nice about wireless webcam is it also has built-in HEVC. So I was just talking about how amazingly great HEVC is because you can have that same high quality connection but not using as much bandwidth, which is huge. Obviously, the less bandwidth that you're taking up, the better. So wireless webcam has that built in. We just added that to NDI. So both are really good. It's hard to say which one's better, but you can do a lot of the same stuff with both. Fred says, do I need a PoE switch to use the Mevo PoE adapter? I have a normal Ethernet switch, so I can have more ports from my router. So, yes, you do need a PoE switch to use the Mevo PoE adapter. Well, no. To use the PoE function of the Mevo PoE, you do. Like, if you want to send power and Ethernet, you need a PoE switch. If you just wanted to send Ethernet, then you could use a regular switch that's not PoE. So it depends if you want to use both or just one. Let's see. But I do recommend it. It's not a very expensive thing to do. Like if you're going to spend the money on a Mevo PoE or even a third-party PoE, I do really recommend getting a PoE switch. They're not that expensive, and it really adds a lot to just be able to send everything on one cable. Let's see. Can graphics and overlays be added while live streaming to YouTube with the Mevo? Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right here. Just switching on and off, and you can also just add it by hitting the plus. And you can do this both in the Multicam app and in the Mevo 2.0 app. So you can do it 100% while live. One thing I will say, actually, I will have kind of a catch to that though, is that if you're using iOS and you're transferring an image from like your computer or another phone to your phone or your tablet via like AirDrop or something like that, then it will kick you out of the Multicam app, because iOS just kind of, for some reason, forces you to go into the photos gallery as soon as the image is transferred. So I definitely recommend doing all of your transferring of your images and loading them all up onto your device prior to going live. But once you're live, you can definitely select any of the images that you have, or just create one graphic, using the app itself. Graphics and overlays in the Multicam are best. I agree. It's so quick and easy to both kind of set up the graphics and turn them on and off. It's definitely an advantage over the Mevo 2.0 app to just be able to quickly go back and forth. Yeah. Cool. We just burned through a ton of questions. Good job, guys. I'm exhausted. All right. Let's see. So, let's quickly, while we're taking this brief little break, let's talk about our show schedule. For those of you that were not here at the very beginning of the show, I do want to point out that we have 2 shows a week. You can find us on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We have Ask Mevo Anything, this show that you're watching right this moment, on Tuesdays. And then on Thursdays, we have Mevo Live, where we try and do more of a in-depth coverage over some feature or piece of hardware or something like that. You probably saw Joe, I think it was not last week because we were on holiday, but the week before, Joe was showing a great demo of the Ultimate Ears fitting, which we're very excited to use on the show. And if you haven't already checked out Ultimate Ears, they do some really, really cool stuff where they will, they have this UE fits, I think they're called, and they custom mold to your ears. They're very, very cool. And so we just got those ordered, and we're going to be using them on future shows. So we're very excited for that. All right. After I got a little bit sidetracked by my excitement for UE fits, we also have a referral program where you can save somebody 5% and earn 5% commission if they make a purchase on Mevo.com using a referral code. And you can use a custom code. So if you have a social handle or a channel URL or something like that you want to use as your referral code, you can definitely do that. So I highly recommend doing a referral program sign up. There's really no downside. Even if you get somebody in chat on this show to purchase a Mevo with your referral code, automatically worth it. And setting up a referral code is very easy and very free, so I highly recommend it. All right. Ben is absolutely right. PoE switch is definitely cleaner and easier for sure. Honestly, I have a ton of Mevos, and I wish I had more PoE ports on my Switch. So maybe I need to upgrade in the near future. And if I do, I'll be sure to share what brand I have. Let's see. What's happening on December 16th? I caught the end of the comment about it last time. December 16th, I don't know if we have anything specific happening on December 16th. Oh, no, I think that is our... we're going to do a bunch of fun kind of contests before the winter holiday starts. And yeah, we plan to do a bunch of kind of contests and games, sort of different chances to win certain prizes and get all sorts of acclaim and praise and all sorts of stuff like that. We've got some fun things planned, but we try and have fun things planned for almost all the shows. So please stay tuned to all of them. But definitely this winter, I'm not sure if it's December 16th exactly, so I don't want to say that, but we will be having a bunch of fun games before the holidays. I promise you that. Cool. Thank you guys so much. This has been a lot of fun. It's so busy, and me and Joe and Joseph we're constantly switching around who's taking over the show for the day, and so it's been, I think, a couple of weeks since I've done this, and so it's good to be back. I wish that we could do the show even more. One thing that actually we've been talking about recently is expanding the shows on different streaming destinations other than the ones that we have now. Obviously, we've got Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, but let us know if you have a streaming destination that you use a lot or that you'd like to see the show on. We're always interested in kind of spreading that out. And since right now we're using Restream to send our stream to the multiple destinations, we can always stream to more using Restream. So let us know. It's definitely something we want to look at. Cool. All right, everybody, since the questions are kind of dying down, I'm going to end the show here. But if you have any questions that were not answered on the show, go over to help.mevo.com, and we have tons and tons of articles about everything. And if you can't find your answer there, then head over to the ticket section. You can open up a ticket with us, and we'll help you one-on-one and figure that out. Or you can always wait until the next live show if you want that chance to win a free Mevo. Okay. Couple more. Are there any chances in the future for Mevo with an adjustable focus? It's definitely something that is on our request list for sure. Right now we don't have any plans for it, but it's definitely something we're looking into. Iggy says, can you control the cam in OBS? You cannot control the cam in OBS. You can do sort of a PTZ control using NDI on your computer, so you can open up NDI Studio Monitor and control it like that, but you can't have the exact same controls in OBS. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I will see you all, I think, on Thursday. So get your questions ready, and I'll see you back here, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your week.